Have you ever felt a nagging sense that there's more to life than meets the eye? A deeper meaning you can't quite grasp? A yearning for something more? Those moments when you pause and wonder if everything you've been taught about reality is somehow incomplete. You're not alone. Millions of people worldwide are experiencing what ancient wisdom traditions call a spiritual awakening, a profound shift in consciousness that transforms how we perceive ourselves and the universe around us. I'm here today to share with you 7 unmistakable signs that you might be going through this extraordinary journey. Whether you're just beginning to question your reality or you're already sensing deep changes within, this guide will help illuminate your path. As we explore these signs together, you might discover that what you've been experiencing isn't random at all. It's part of a beautiful awakening process that's unfolding in your life right now. The first sign of spiritual awakening is a profound shift in self-awareness, a remarkable change in how you observe and understand yourself. Suddenly, it's as if you've gained a new pair of eyes, ones that look inward instead of outward. You become the witness to your own thoughts, emotions, and behaviors in a way you've never experienced before. Think about those moments when you catch yourself in the middle of a reaction. Maybe you're about to snap at someone in traffic, and for the first time you pause. You notice not just the anger, but the entire process, the trigger, the emotion rising, the physical sensation in your body. It's like watching yourself in a mirror, seeing clearly what was once invisible. Let me share a story about Michael, a young artist who always believed he wasn't good enough to pursue his dreams. One day, while working on a painting, he caught himself repeating the same self-defeating thoughts he'd had since childhood. In that moment of clarity, he realized these weren't his authentic thoughts at all. They were echoes of criticism he'd internalized years ago. This single moment of awareness became a turning point in his life. This heightened self-awareness often brings uncomfortable truths to light. You might notice patterns you've been repeating for years, in relationships, at work, or in how you treat yourself. You start questioning beliefs you've held dear, wondering if they truly serve your highest good, or if they're just comfortable habits you've never examined. But here's what makes this awareness so powerful. It's not just about seeing yourself clearly, it's about recognizing that you have the power to change. When you truly see yourself, you can begin to choose differently, act differently, and ultimately become the person you're meant to be. The second sign of spiritual awakening brings us to a profound shift in emotional sensitivity, an awakening of the heart that can feel both beautiful and overwhelming. Imagine your emotions becoming technicolor when they were once black and white. Everything feels more vivid, more alive, more intense. You might find yourself moved to tears by a sunset, or feeling unexplainable joy from a child's laughter. Songs that you've heard 100 times suddenly touch your soul in ways they never did before. But it's not just your own emotions. You begin to feel what others feel too, picking up on the subtle energies and unspoken words in a room. I remember meeting Lisa, a school teacher who experienced this transformation. She described how one day she suddenly began sensing her students' emotional states without them saying a word. She could feel the anxiety of a child struggling with a math problem, or the hidden sadness of another dealing with family issues at home. What was once invisible became crystal clear. This heightened sensitivity can be challenging. You might find yourself overwhelmed in crowded places, absorbing the emotional energy of others like a sponge. The world's pain might feel more personal, more immediate. But here's the gift within this challenge. This deepened emotional awareness allows for profound healing and connection. When emotions become intense, remember this simple grounding technique. Place one hand on your heart, the other on your belly, and take 3 slow, deep breaths. Feel your feet connecting with the earth. This simple practice can help you stay centered while remaining open to the rich emotional landscape you're now able to experience. This new emotional sensitivity isn't a weakness, it's a superpower that allows you to connect more deeply with yourself, others, and the world around you. The third sign of spiritual awakening manifests as a powerful yearning for solitude, a magnetic pull toward quiet spaces and moments of peaceful isolation. This isn't about becoming antisocial or withdrawing from life. Rather, it's your soul's way of creating space for deep inner transformation. You might notice that social gatherings that once filled you with energy now leave you feeling drained. The endless chatter of social media, the constant noise of daily life, even casual conversations might suddenly feel overwhelming. Instead, you find yourself drawn to quiet moments, a walk in nature, a corner with a good book, or simply sitting in silence with your thoughts. I think of David, a former social butterfly who suddenly found himself declining invitations to parties. His friends worried he was depressed, but the truth was different. In solitude, he discovered a richness he'd never known existed. "It's like I finally heard my own voice," he said, "after a lifetime of listening to everyone else's." This desire for solitude serves a sacred purpose. It's in these quiet moments that the deepest insights emerge. Like a lake that needs stillness for its waters to become clear, your mind needs periods of solitude to process the profound changes you're experiencing. You're not becoming a hermit. You're learning to balance your external world with your rich inner life. Think of this phase as spiritual cocooning. Just as a caterpillar needs isolation to transform into a butterfly, you need these moments of solitude to integrate your awakening experience. When you emerge, you'll bring a deeper presence to your relationships and activities, enriched by the wisdom you've gained in silence. The fourth sign of spiritual awakening brings a profound shift in what you value most in life. It's as if someone has adjusted the lens through which you view success and happiness, bringing an entirely new perspective into focus. Remember those things you once thought were essential: the designer labels, the status symbols, the carefully curated social media presence. Suddenly, they start feeling hollow, like props in a play you're no longer interested in performing. A recent Gallup study found that 65% of people experiencing spiritual transformations reported a dramatic shift in their priorities, moving away from material success toward more meaningful pursuits. You might find yourself questioning your career path, even if it's successful by conventional standards. That promotion you were chasing might lose its appeal when compared to work that feeds your soul. Your shopping habits change. Instead of buying things to fill an emptiness, you find yourself drawn to experiences that enrich your inner world. Sarah, a high-powered attorney, experienced this shift dramatically. After 15 years of climbing the corporate ladder, she realized her designer office and impressive salary weren't filling the growing void inside. One day, I looked at my life and wondered, is any of this making me truly happy? She eventually transitioned to environmental law, taking a significant pay cut, but finding something far more valuable: purpose. This shift isn't about rejecting the material world entirely. Rather, it's about finding a balance where external success aligns with internal values. You begin to measure wealth not by what's in your bank account, but by the peace in your heart, the authenticity in your relationships, and the meaning you find in your daily life. Remember, this reprioritization isn't a rejection of success. It's a redefinition of what success truly means to you. The fifth sign of spiritual awakening takes us into the depths of existential contemplation, those profound questions that keep you awake at night, staring at the ceiling, wondering about your true purpose in this vast universe. You might find yourself asking questions that never seemed important before. Why am I really here? What's the deeper purpose behind my existence? Is there more to reality than what we can see? These aren't just idle musings anymore. They become burning questions that demand answers, like a puzzle your soul needs to solve. These questions often arise at unexpected moments. Perhaps you're standing in line at the grocery store, and suddenly you're struck by the profound mystery of consciousness. Or maybe you're driving to work, following the same route you've taken for years, when you're overwhelmed by the question of whether you're truly living your purpose. I remember talking to Marcus, a scientist who experienced this profound questioning. He described how his logical, data-driven worldview began to expand when he couldn't shake the feeling that there was something more. "I started seeing patterns everywhere," he said. "In the golden ratio of a sunflower, in the dance of quantum particles, in the synchronicities of daily life. It was like the universe was trying to tell me something." For those seeking guidance on this journey of questioning, I highly recommend The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. It serves as a beautiful compass for navigating these deep waters of self-discovery. But remember, the most profound answers often come from within, through meditation, reflection, and listening to your own inner wisdom. This questioning isn't a sign of losing your way. It's evidence that you're finally beginning to find it. The sixth sign of spiritual awakening can be one of the most intense and transformative phases, the process of physical and emotional purging. Imagine your soul doing a deep spring cleaning, bringing up everything that needs to be acknowledged, healed, and released. You might find old memories surfacing unexpectedly, moments you thought you'd forgotten, emotions you thought you'd dealt with years ago. It's as if your spiritual awakening is shining a light into the darkest corners of your psyche, revealing what needs to be addressed. This isn't random. It's a profound healing process. Many people experience this as waves of unexpected emotions or even physical symptoms. You might find yourself crying while watching a commercial that never affected you before, or feeling inexplicably angry about situations from your past. Your body might respond with changes in sleep patterns, appetite, or energy levels. Lisa's experience illustrates this perfectly. After beginning her spiritual journey, she suddenly started processing grief from her father's passing, something that happened a decade ago. "It was like my heart decided it was finally safe to feel everything I'd pushed down," she shared. "It was overwhelming at times, but each release left me feeling lighter, clearer, more whole." It's crucial to understand that while this purging is natural, you don't have to navigate it alone. There's incredible strength in seeking support, whether through therapy, counseling, or working with spiritual mentors. This isn't just about releasing the old, it's about creating space for new growth, new energy, and new possibilities. Remember, this phase, though challenging, is not permanent. It's like a thunderstorm that cleanses the air, intense while it's happening, but leading to clarity and renewed energy. The seventh sign of spiritual awakening manifests as a profound and almost mystical connection with the natural world. Suddenly, nature isn't just a backdrop to your life, it becomes a living, breathing presence that speaks directly to your soul. You might find yourself mesmerized by things you once passed without notice, the intricate pattern of a leaf, the way sunlight dances through trees, or the hypnotic rhythm of ocean waves. These aren't just pretty sights anymore. They become doorways to deeper understanding and connection. This shift often feels like remembering something you've always known but somehow forgot. When you walk through a forest, you don't just see trees, you feel their ancient presence. The wind carries messages you can almost understand, and the earth beneath your feet pulses with a life force that resonates with your own. Maria, a busy urban professional, experienced this transformation during a challenging period in her life. "One day I just felt called to sit under an old oak tree in the park," she shared. "As I sat there, I felt this incredible sensation of being held, supported, and completely understood by this ancient being. It was like coming home to a truth I'd always known." This connection with nature isn't just poetic, it's healing. Research shows that spending time in nature reduces stress hormones, lowers blood pressure, and increases feelings of well-being. But beyond these physical benefits, it offers something even more precious, a reminder of our place in the greater web of life. I invite you to experience this connection for yourself. This week, spend at least 15 minutes each day in nature. It doesn't have to be a grand wilderness. A local park, your backyard, or even a single tree can be your gateway to this profound connection. As we reach the end of our exploration into the signs of spiritual awakening, let's take a moment to reflect on this remarkable journey we've discussed. Each of these 7 signs represents a doorway into deeper understanding and consciousness, from that initial spark of self-awareness to the profound connection with nature we just explored. Remember, these signs might not all appear at once, and you might experience them differently than others. Your journey is uniquely yours. Some of you might resonate strongly with the desire for solitude, while others might be deep in the process of emotional purging. Some might be questioning everything about their lives, while others are discovering a whole new relationship with the natural world. What's most important is recognizing that these experiences, however challenging or intense they might feel, are not signs of something wrong. They're signs of something very right. You're not losing your mind. You're expanding your consciousness. You're not falling apart. You're falling into alignment with your true self. Let's quickly revisit these signs: increased self-awareness, heightened emotional sensitivity, the calling towards solitude, shifting priorities, questioning life's purpose, physical and emotional purging, and deep connection with nature. Each of these represents a facet of your awakening consciousness, a piece of the puzzle that is your evolving self. The path of spiritual awakening isn't always easy. There will be days when you feel lost, confused, or overwhelmed. But remember, just as the caterpillar must go through the darkness of the cocoon before emerging as a butterfly, these challenges are transforming you into something beautiful and free. To everyone watching who recognizes these signs in their own life, welcome to the journey. You're part of a growing community of souls who are awakening to their true potential. You're not alone in this transformation. Every doubt, every question, every moment of uncertainty is shared by countless others on this path. If you're resonating with this message, I invite you to join our community. Subscribe to this channel for more guidance on navigating your spiritual journey. Share your experiences in the comments below. Your story might be exactly what another seeker needs to hear. Visit our website for additional resources, guided meditations, and information about upcoming events. Together, we're creating a more conscious, awakened world, one transformation at a time.